Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So, got a lot of stuff on my plate for today. Nice, beautiful morning here in Phoenix. Woo! It's got to be probably damn near 65, 70 degrees already. But I got a lot of stuff to do today. I've done a lot of things to the truck, but I haven't completed a lot of things to the truck. So, what's pretty much going to happen is I'm going to start completing all the little stuff and just kind of updating you guys as I'm going along, just kind of showing you what I'm knocking out. My last video on the water meth didn't really do too good, so I don't see no point of doing a part 2. I can mix the second part into this one because I still got to finish wiring it up, so it's not like it's not going to get done. But the major thing I need to figure out first is the truck is pretty much out of gas. So I got to lift the bed up some to drill a hole to be able to fill the tank up. So, and then from there, I should say, I need to drill a hole so I can mount the tank fill, so that way I can always put gas in it. So that's gonna be the first thing I do. And then I just got a lot of little things I need to finish up, like the rock lights underneath the bed, just things. So stay tuned and you'll see what I'm doing. Alrighty, so I finally got the garage clean enough to start messing with the truck. Alright, so what I end up doing so far was I pulled the exhaust off that goes from here to the muffler section. And I'm about to pull this section off too because I need to wrap this pipe just enough to keep it away from the pump. So that was one thing that I've been slacking on doing. Another thing that I'm gonna do while I'm in here is these bump stops were pretty much at stock height. Well, I don't know what stock height would be, but I'm going to cut probably about another ½ an inch off of them because I still have room where I can go a little lower. And I'm going to finish doing all the rock lights. So if you can see one's there, one's there. Then I can put a couple more on this side over here. But what I need to finish really doing is pulling all this exhaust off, finish welding everything back together. So I'm gonna go to my other side of the garage. So here's the axle section, I should just call it. So all I did before was just pretty much tack weld everything together, and I just been kind of having fun with it just the way it is. So I'm gonna clean all this pipe out with brake cleaner and then wipe everything down so that way I can fully TIG weld everything together. All right, so the sun's kind of in the way a little bit, but I got all the back bolts out of the bed. That way I can lift the bed up some, and then I got to drill a hole somewhere right in this direction right here, and that's where the gas fill is. Okay, now to this mess. All right, so hitting this pipe with brake cleaner, yeah, that did not work like I thought it was gonna work. So now I gotta scrub these pipes on the inside. At least it's only the rear section. So I should be okay. So I'm just gonna use some dishwater and some degreaser, and hopefully it gets it clean enough for me to TIG weld everything back together. Okay, so it looks like some Dawn dish soap and some degreaser and a drill with a scrub brush. And I also use a toilet brush. Look like it's going to get the job done. So I'm happy to hear that, but I will tell you this, next time I will not drive on exhaust pipe unless it is done, because this wasn't easy to clean. Okay, so I got the pipes all clean. And I'm gonna tell you this took about 2 hours to do all this. But while I was doing this, I decided to go ahead and start wiring up my rock lights and all that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna show you guys that. Okay, so before I hop underneath here and show you guys the wiring, so I had installed this switch, did the wires, but never ran the wires to the battery to kill the battery. So those are the wires that go for it. While I'm doing the rock lights, I'm gonna tie that into it so it gets over to the main battery. Okay, so let's see if this comes up on camera. So for the most part, this right here is the main battery. It is on the driver's side, but I got these sides pretty much wired up light there, strip light there, and then light there. So what I did on some of the lights, not all of them, but like this one here, I basically glued a magnet to it so I can just stick it up there. These here have rib nuts, so I just rib nutted them in. And then same thing for this one here, is rib nutted in. And then for the back section, if anyone has a C10 and they're trying to figure out where they want to put their lights, I did a strip light here right behind the wheel. And then I did one down the frame here. And then I also did a rock light right back in this little pocket corner. And it has a magnet on it. And then, since there was no room right off of the, like the back side, because I have a tank there, I just put strip lights on the back of the gas tank. So it's pretty much mirrored on the other side. So while I'm under here, what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna run those wires, which are for the battery disconnect, down and over with the rock lights, and then tie it into the main battery. And then I have a relay that kills main power to the main battery, because I don't want to run thick 2-gauge wire all the way to the back, then back up to the front. Alrighty, so I got the relay in. It is right here. What I also did on this relay is I put like a little loop for a 3-amp fuse. That way my clock and other little accessories keep their memory. And then this little fuse is for the kill switch, for the battery kill switch. So everything is wired up. Let me go show you guys all that. And then I also did a little jumper loop. So just in case if I ever come to the issue where the relay fails, I'll keep this in my glove box or center console. That way I can always be able to just jump it out if I have to. All right, so on the inside, what I did was a master battery switch. So when the battery switch is red, see if that lights up? That means it has power on the relay. I pressed it in, I'm unpressing it. I'm gonna go to the back. Same thing for this. If I click that on, it should automatically turn the red light on for that. So that way, if I'm ever in a situation where someone just can't kill power on me if I don't want them to kill power on me. Okay, a couple recaps. All right, so got the mirrors on. Not sure if I already mentioned, got my seat belts on both sides, so now I should be safe. I do still got to put the rear view mirror on. I'll do that eventually, not sure when. Still got to finish putting the wires in for the snow performance thing. What I did was made a harness already to make it easier to run, and then I should be able to just run it down the same place how I ran my original harness. Well, for all the lights, it goes down and up under here and then falls down through down there and goes back into the cab. Okay, let's see if this shows up on camera. So the last thing that I did was I had put the spoiler on, but I had never put these on with the little mounting things. So me being an import guy like I am, I always got to do my little red, see if that focus, my little red accents. So same thing goes for how that bolts on there. And then the other thing that I had to do, that's that LS Fab Easy Latch Kit. So it comes down like that. But I realized I have to notch this a little bit more because it is hitting there and not wanting to close correctly. So I didn't give us enough curving, so I have to notch that again on this side. And the same thing on this side. You can kind of see right there where it's hitting. So I'm gonna have to notch that a little better, make it close easier. Now, another thing I did, I guess since all this is back here, I'll show you this. So I pulled all the exhaust out, finished TIG welding everything up, so everything is done and complete. I wrap most of it, especially in the sections where it gets close to stuff. I ran out of wrap, but I just got some in today. So I need to finish wrapping the H pipe. So once I finish wrapping that, I might wrap a few more things just to keep the heat out of the cab. Oh, back to what I was gonna show you guys. So, I never liked how this side of the bed, well I say both sides, were kind of loose. So I decided to fab me up basically like a little brace. So basically I kind of made this bracket here with my handy dandy new trusty Harbor Freight brake press. And I ordered these little Heim joints and everything from Speedway Motorsports. But it basically gives the end of the bed more rigidness, as in, let's see if this will come opener. Oh no, well, the whole truck is rocking, so I can't really show you that. But I messed up when I was ordering these parts and didn't count for it needing 2 for each side. So I ordered those. They should be in probably sometime this week, but I'm pretty happy with this. So I TIG-welded it all together. I'm loving TIGging. I'm loving TIGging. But yeah, that's a little bracket that I made. Okay, so one more last little recap. Got the new shocks in. So before, if you guys ever noticed, I always have to have a hood prop because the other shocks are just a little too weak. But with these shocks, it holds the hood up, so I'm happy about that. Here is the springs I need to swap out in the wastegate. One thing I do need to do on the wastegates is, let me see if I can get in here. When I swap the springs out, I'm going to do is, the pipe is hitting, let me see, right in there. So I'm going to notch the frame just a little bit on both sides to clear the pipe, especially when I pull the wastegates out to swap the springs. So I decided I'm going to 9 PSI. I ran it on 7, I liked it, and now I need just a little bit more. So, but that'll be probably coming up in the next couple videos or so. I'm trying to see what else have I done on this recap. Well, I got the rock lights completely wired up, all done. I'm going to film that tonight, so that way you can see it with when it's darker out. Oh, the other thing I had to do was, so anybody who knows about a C10 knows they have like a panhard bar or track bar, whatever you want to call it. This track bar was just a little too long, so I couldn't get the axle center just the way I wanted it to be. So I cut it to shorten it, and when I cut just a little too far on the fitting. So I had to order another fitting. So once that comes in, I'll mock it up and get that back on, and I should be good to get this thing back on the ground and getting back to what I like to call the fun stuff. So, but yeah, I think that is it for here. And then, like I said, later tonight, once it's dark, I will I will show the rock lights. All right, so now it is dark enough for me to show off the rock lights. Yeah, they are working all the way around. Well, everybody, that is the conclusion of this week's video. So once again, like always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video.
Thank you all for watching this here video.